What's good, YouTube? This video today is all about the CC a feral druid can bring to the table. Whether it's trying to peel for your friend because he's nearly dead or set up to land a kill, feral druids still have that possibility of landing some good CC. The problem is it can lessen your damage, and once your dots start falling off and things like that, then yeah, the game can go south. But if need be, ferals can land a decent amount of CC. Even though it's not like it used to be. If anyone can remember in like WoD and before, feral druids, and it might be hard to picture, but just imagine feral druids still had the cyclone, just like a resto druid, being able to land cyclones, DR them, like chain them together with their bash and things like that. But I guess you can say it's been replaced with the incapacitate, which we'll talk about, PvP talent. And I'll just break it down for you what I like to do if I want to chain and make put them in crowd control as long as possible. For some, you'll already know all this, and you might even be able to list how you like to do it in the comments below. For some reason, in which order you like to do them to get the most benefit. But for others that normally just go for pure damage on feral, because they're pretty good at that with their overtime, you know, damage abilities and things like that, their big rips. This could kind of bring a new element into your gameplay and really help you out in arena. So let's start off. I've got a few different clips I went out and got in battlegrounds, skirms. Not to mention that Paladin 1v1 that I got to try and demonstrate, and I ended up making another video out of that. It's already up, so check that one out. It's called What Are Rep Paladins. But starting off, I normally like to start with the bash. One, because we're going from a mid point of a match or whatever. You're out of stealth and things like that, like a general kind of starting point. So running up, hitting the bash is perfect, because for someone that knows what they're doing, they know that that's feral druid's nastiest crowd control. One, it's a stun, okay? So it's a stun, which means you can do damage through it. And stuns are just the best CC in the game, really, unless, of course, you DR'd with the world, because everyone seems to have stuns. But a bash is super good. Good solid 5 seconds, which means people with adaptation will break out of it instant, I'm pretty sure. And like I said, you can do damage through it. So generally speaking, that's going to be what someone trinkets, or they're waiting to use their trinket on when versing a druid, unless there's like a rogue or something with them with the blind. Okay, so pretty powerful CC. So start off with your bash. That's going to force their trinket, okay? Then with the PvP talent selected, which makes your maim and incapacitate and lasts for 6 seconds, then you're good to use that. So bang, hit the bash. Normally they're going to trinket straight into an incap, okay? So 5 second stun into a 6 second incapacitate. Now, once that's running around, you're good. It will have removed all your dots. Keep that in mind, which is why I like to use a bash first of all also. Now, then you have a few options. One, you can come over and war stomp, or if it's not going to be too much of an issue using your burst at this time, like if you didn't have to save it for some time in the near future, you can pop your burst now, force stun, because everyone knows when you're using incarnation, you can use your stealth whenever you want, whether you're in combat or not, every 8 seconds. So you can hit stealth, then immediately rake them again. So rake from stealth creates you to do 100% more damage on your rake and stuns, okay? So you go bash, into incapacitate, into your forced stealth rake stun. And then when that's over, it's only going to last 1.5 seconds here, because remember the normal duration is 3. It's half the yard now. It's going to last for 1.5 seconds. Then you can do a second incapacitate, because there's no cooldown on it. It's only, or it's short enough anyway if there is a cooldown, but it's only using energy, okay? So it doesn't use combo points or anything, so you don't have to build them up. So you go bash, incap, rake stun, incap again for 3 seconds. And then once this wears off, you're really running out of CC, okay? So then if it's a melee person, against melees is where our, or feral druids CC works tremendously well, is because you have entangling roots whenever you want to use it. It does have a cast time, but it's not super long. So you go bash, incap, rake stun, incap, into a root. And this DRs with nothing. So you're going to get a full 7 seconds on this. Now that's crucial against warriors and stuff. And even with versing a caster, by this time, if you're trying to peel for your friend, he should be well and gone around to the pillar, okay? Because you've already hit the bash, incap, stun, incap, right? He should be around the pillar by now. Then you can cast a root. Now, if it's a boomy or something, it's probably, it might not be worth doing it because they can just shapeshift straight out of it. But still, for most classes, it's going to be something you can use. On a mage even, might make them waste a blink or whatever to try and land that damage or CC. So you have that option. And then we can have one final stun where you can put your war stomp in here, or one more force stealth into stun, but it's only going to be about a 0.75 seconds. But still can be handy to chuck in at the end, okay? So with all that said, I'll list it in the description below of this video in case it's hard to follow, but this brings you to just over a full 23 seconds of CC if they didn't have a trinket or didn't get broken out of it, okay? Because that's because of the 5%, or sorry, 5 second bash, okay? Let's add this all up. 5 seconds on the bash, followed by 6 second incapacitate, followed by a DRUID 1.5 second stun, a DRUID 3 second incapacitate, your root, which is 7 seconds, doesn't DR with anything, into a triple DR'd, the last one, 0.75 second stun, and you could even follow up with a 3.5 second following entangling roots here, okay? And that's going to bring you up to like 26 seconds, we'll say, for this second CC. Okay, can be pretty nuts, but keep in mind though, you're a damage over time class. You don't really want to be going out of your way all the time to land CC chains like this. You do it when it's beneficial to you. So if a healer pops his head too far out and you're on his warrior, okay? The resto druids come out around the side. You're on his warrior, you're hitting, you got all your bleeds up, you're just doing your damage. He pops his head out in your wild charge range. Leap to him, bash, and then the warrior's probably going to charge back onto you because he thinks you're switching onto your resto, and you can keep hitting your warrior. And because the resto's fairly close, you do your CC. So you do your bash, your warrior comes over, you're hitting the warrior again. He's just about to come out of his bash, so you turn incap the druid, go back on the warrior. Then you can force your burst stealth here to find that second stun onto the druid, and now your damage is going to be harder and heavier onto the warrior. So he's in a bit of trouble here, this resto druid. Then you incap again, and there's the deal. But like I said, druids going to get out your roots, so your CC is going to nearly run out there because I'll just shapeshift your 7 second root. So it's probably not worth doing that. Was it 2 second cast, 3 second cast to land that, where the warrior can get you out of form, like catch you in like your standard standing form with a Stormbolt or something, and just pop Avatar and go nuts on you. That's where your teammate could come in and follow up with his CC if it doesn't DR with anything of yours. So, but otherwise, if it's a Paladin or something, you can land that Entangling Roots, whatever you want. You can do this in any order, but that's just a pretty fluent one, I think, that I'll put in the description below. Like I said, let me know in the comments below if you have a specific order and why you like to do it. Because like I said, this is very situational. Most of the time, you do want to be a damage class, okay? You want to keep them quick bleeds up and things like that, because Jagged Wounds is still our go-to spec. The quicker ticking bleeds, well, my go-to spec anyway, which means they fall off quicker. You really got to stay on the ball and make sure you don't lose that damage, because it really will make a difference if you let those rips come off and they don't have a rip on them and things like that, okay? So, but like I said, if need be, you're out in the open, you've got 2 people and you're trying to like destroy one and get the other off you because you can't handle both of them. Well, then you got your, like I said, all your stuns, your roots and things like that. And yeah, you can manage 2 people for a while. Feral Druids are squishy though, so don't get caught out of form in a Stormbolt or something. And that should really help you out if this was all new info to you. So be sure to like and subscribe if you're planning to. And I'll see you guys next time.